We are 78 days away from the US election. The campaigning is on in full swing. The policies are being laid out. There's more outreach, more mudslinging, more targeted advertising, and there's a major attempt to hit the right chord with the Indian American community. Both the Democrats and the Republicans are trying to tailor their narrative to suit the interests of this community because with their numbers and their clout, they can be the game changers. We've discussed this before on the show. Tonight we'll talk about what both sides are promising for the Indian American community. I'll begin with the Democrats. What do they have to offer Indian Americans besides Kamala Harris and her DOSA videos? Well, Joe Biden's team has come up with an expansive agenda on relations with India and the welfare of Indian Americans if he wins. To start with, Biden is promising to stand with India as it confronts new threats along its border. Allow me to quote from his manifesto. Biden believes there can be no tolerance for terrorism in South Asia, cross-border or otherwise. A Biden administration will work with India to support a rules-based and stable Indo-Pacific region in which no country, including China, is able to threaten its neighbors with impunity. These are some very strong words, and they keep getting better. On immigration, Biden is promising to overturn the Trump administration's planned switch to a merit-based system. Remember, Donald Trump is trying to overhaul the U.S. immigration system to be based on merit rather than family ties. He's already put a freeze on H-1B visas and green cards. Joe Biden is promising to bring them back. He's promising to preserve family unification as a core principle of the U.S. immigration system. Let me quote again. Biden will support family-based immigration and reduce the family visa backlog. He will increase the number of visas offered for permanent and work-based immigration and eliminate the limits on employment-based green cards, which have kept so many Indian families in waiting for too long. The Democrats do know how to hit Trump where it hurts the most. H-1B visas and green cards are key issues for the Indian American community. And Donald Trump is not doing enough to address these concerns. His planned immigration policies, in all honesty, are not very promising when it comes to India. So how does Donald Trump and his team, how do they plan on keeping the Indian vote bank intact? Well, for now, they're relying on India's internal issues and promising that Trump will not interfere. Issues like Kashmir. Look at the headline on your screen. It says Donald Trump never interfered in the J&K issue, stood up to China. This is according to a recent statement by Trump's campaign. They say the US president has only been a good friend to India, that he backed New Delhi in the face of Chinese provocation, stayed away from India's bilateral issues with Pakistan, helped elevate India's stature on global platforms. This is what they say. This is true, but only partly. Donald Trump kept offering mediation on the Kashmir issue, remember, despite being repeatedly refused by India. At the same time, Donald Trump also backed India in the standoff against China. So how do the odds stack? Well, Indian Americans have traditionally voted for the Democrats. 85% of the Indian American community is said to have voted for Democrats in 2016. Can Trump pull them away this time? Well, for the moment, he's trying to keep his party with him because Republicans are social distancing from Trump. In June, it was G.T. Bynum, the mayor of Tulsa, who decided to not attend Trump's rally. This Republican mayor cited social distancing norms as the reason. In July, it was Senator Lindsey Graham. He decided to publicly disagree with Trump. He praised Dr. Anthony Fauci's efforts to contain the Wuhan virus in America. And now we're in the month of August. The US president is losing sway over more of his colleagues. At least 5 Republican senators have decided to skip the Grand Old Party's convention, which begins on the 24th of August. Some have cited the pandemic as a reason. Others have not even bothered to explain why. And that's not all. Not many Republicans came out in support of Donald Trump's plan to delay the election. Some declined to make their stance clear. Some others brushed it off as a joke, which is quite unusual. Just weeks before the election, publicly dissing your party's candidate is not normal. Why are they doing this? Well, they say, or some of them say, that Trump's stronghold is slowly weakening to a finger hold, both at work and at home. What does that mean? I'll let the pictures do the talking.